right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our final match of the night. We've had some crazy games with Div A going to 4, a ridiculous reverse sweep in Div B, the most recent one. And now we've got another Div B match, and Skull finally joining me. It has been a while since we have casted together.
It was only last semester.
That'd be a while ago. And I'm old and time flies, and I don't know what's going on most of the time.
That's true. You don't have many casts left in you.
True. But I was gonna say ironically, I'm doing more casting this week than I have in like ever. But regardless, yeah, no, this should be a ridiculous one. I don't know. Hopefully, we can get as much entertainment as we did last series with the crazy reverse sweep. But Untouchaballs and Assisted Living, you were giving me a little bit of insight into kind of what happened between these two teams last season. I'll jump over and look at the standings, and both of them sitting at 1-1 right now. You want to give a little insight into what's happened so far with these teams?
Yeah, so Assisted Living started off the season hot, 3-0 sweep, winning percentage 100%, feeling great, feeling awesome, and then they got swept last night. So they are now on both ends of the spectrum. They've experienced the highs and they have experienced the lows, so they're trying to find a good, happy medium here from now on through the season.
I like it. I like it. Definitely makes things interesting. Especially, going back and forth. You talk about, I know like some people, like for example, the team that just played like, Sloppy Dogs, they're coming in hot. They're thinking they're one of the number one teams, which again, they are. They won 2-0 and games 1 and 2 last series, they looked untouchable. I was ready to call the season. Like it's done. Don't even bother with the rest of Div B. And then a crazy comeback happened. And, I love to see that teams can bounce back and play so good or so bad that it really comes down to who can be consistent and who can clutch up in the crazy moments like this. So, but with both of them being 1-1, I'm looking at them. Absolutely no one is leading in stats. I'm looking at goals, pretty similar. Shots, definitely doing Untouchaballs. But again, you've only had 2 weeks, so there's not a ton of data. But we will look at the Assisted Living stats. And this Rooney and Legendary squad they've been teammates for a long, are they 3 seasons now together?
I was just thinking about that. I know it was for sure 2, but I'm pretty sure it's 3.
This is 3 now, because last season they ran it back with Cargo Space 2.0, I believe, right? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, but that
was with
Rooney,
you. That's right. But yeah, no, Legendary and Rooney have been, I think this is like their 3rd season being teammates. So hopefully they got a lot of chemistry, and then obviously you were with Dusty a couple seasons ago, so definitely chemistry there. But yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be a great bounce back for both of these teams. I generally don't know if either one of them has any momentum going into this, specifically because they're both sitting at 1-1.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I'm gonna give the edge to just off of just as far as momentum goes. I think I'd have to give it to Untouchaballs, considering both teams played last night and Untouchaballs did not get swept. So I mean, if we're just looking at recency bias, I'd give it to Untouchaballs, but I think Assisted Living is gonna show up this game and kind of come back and prove who they are.
All right, I like it, and yeah, we'll have to see if that is what happens. Hopefully it is, but I never know. Looking at the other team though, at this Untouchaballs, right? You've got Jive, who ended up doing pretty dang well last season, and you got Xander, who I believe is brand new, and then Aquamaniac, in my opinion, the counterpart to Baba Kanoosh, because they were one of the OG boys from UJ. Aqua just saw Baba Kanoosh win, gave him a little kiss on the cams in the winners interview, so we'll see if he can get a win on stream as well. This team, I think, is just it's unique in terms of, I know Aqua being their first man. As far as right now, not the scorer on the team, which is a little surprising, but maybe he's doing the extra work, maybe he's doing a lot on defense, but just getting so much, allowing his teammates to score.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if anyone watched the stream last night, Jive put up like 5 or 6 in the first game, I believe. So that's probably why Aqua's not leading in goals per game. Jive kind of shot that stat up real quick. But no, this team is very interesting. Aqua is a very smart player. He knows when to take control. He knows when to slow things down. And if you're scrambling around the field, you're stuck on defense for a while, and all of a sudden Aqua just controls the ball, and then everyone just freezes. It's like the game goes in slow motion. No one knows what to do. And just throwing people for a loop like that is one of the best things that Untouchaballs has going for him here.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm trying to look at predictions right now and figure out what I want to do. And I don't know. I'm going to have to go with my gut right off the bat, which is going to be. All right, I'm gonna go with Untouchaballs. I'm gonna put every single dime I have on Untouchaballs, which is not a lot anymore. All in
Wow.
Untouchaballs. All right, you know what? I'm probably gonna go 0-3 on the night, but it is what it is at this point. We know how this works.
Wow, great gut shot. Way to say you're going with your gut and then take 5 seconds to think of an answer. Ooh-wee. No wonder I can't pick. Yeah, well, we were talking before stream got back up, and you told me you were gonna let me predict first because I said my pick was already made in my head, and then you decided to not care. But it works out in the end because I was gonna take assisted living. One for the odds, and two for the fact that I think they will bounce back this game. Like I said, they've been on both spectrums. They know what to expect. The one thing I need to see from them though is I need to see faster play. Their series last night was rough. They were so awkward the entire time. If Dusty can get his speed going and Rooney can play that solid second man like he usually does, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, with Rooney and like Legendary having a lot of experience playing with Scout, who is the fast man on the field, who is going to get that extra touch, who is going to, burst through defenders and get it mid. They need to be quick on their counterattacks. They need to be in the right position, like you mentioned. And so we'll see if Rooney and Legendary can, step up and help support Dusty, and to see if Dusty can get the speed up and go crazy with that one. Look on the other side, looking at, Aquamaniac, like he even mentioned in chat, because he's got to make sure, I call it the right stats here. Yeah, it's the demos, right? He may not be getting the goals, but he's getting the demos. With over 2 demos a game, you got Xander getting demos and Jive getting, some demos too. So we might see some very demo-heavy play, which I know for a fact, looking at some stats earlier, that Legendary and Rooney are one of the most demoed people. So this might be a matchup made in heaven for Untouchaballs.
Yeah, no kidding. This is going to be a very good match. I think we're going to end it off right. I never gave my series score prediction, so I'm going to call it. I think this is going to go game 5. I think it's going to go the distance. I might even go game 5 OT if I want to be really cool, but
at this point, let's do it, right? There's no other series after this. Let's go game 5. So
can we get a 20-minute overtime game 5?
It's funny, now that I said game 5, it's just going to be like a one game, and then someone just disconnects and we have to like redo the series, because it's just, screw any happiness or any content. No, this is going to be interesting, as like I said, we've got a couple minutes left of predictions. Looks like Legendary, Rooney, and Dusty are, they're in a match right now. They got a minute left. They're up 3-1. If they win their match, that will determine how many games they get, by the way, in the series. That is how that works.
I mean, if I can walk the 20 feet to his room and just threaten to unplug his PC if they don't forfeit, if you really want.
That's fine. Now they got like a minute left. But I am curious, though, if you had to pick one player, obviously Dusty's going to go crazy, but what are you really looking for Rooney and Legendary to help support / get the goal / what does they need to do to get the win for their team?
I think between them two, I'd say Rooney's more of a second man. Legendary naturally plays the third man pretty well, but their biggest problem is they tend to get awkward a little bit with each other when they're stuck in their own defensive half. They almost like their movements are the same, so they're always awkward because they're waiting for each other to go, or they both go after the same ball. So when times get tough and they're stuck on defense, I need to see them communicate really well and make sure that only one man's going and they're not 4 feet from each other.
Yeah, I definitely get that. And that's one of the things that, like, especially looking at last season, that it did happen. They definitely did tend to kind of play on top of each other. And then if I'm looking at this Untouchaballs team, it's can their demos work, but also I think this Untouchaballs team is going to be very well-rounded in terms of what each player is kind of expected to do on the field. I don't think that this Untouchaballs squad is going to be a one-man go crazy, one-man pop off and carry the team, right? That's not how this squad, on paper for me, is built.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I mean, Aqua's a natural born leader when it comes to playing Rocket League. So I think we'll see that from him, but kind of almost the same as assisted living. Like, we know what Aqua and Dusty are going to do. I think it's going to come down to the second and third man matchup. If they're playing close enough, if they're playing too far back, just simple, fundamental Rocket League rotations at the end of the day.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. Looks like Legendary. I'm looking at his screen right now. They were up 3-1. Now it's 3-3. They're going into OT. We'll see if they choke.
All right, Chris, that's enough. Power supply's on.
Yeah, GG for them though. Like I said, as we're kind of lining up for this game. Obviously, we're so early into the season. You know, both teams are sitting at 1-1 right now. But I mean, I cannot stress enough that just getting early wins in the season just to try to, you know, mentally get yourself prepared for the rest of the season, you know, work with your team, especially if you do lose some games, right? Like, let's say you do sit at 1-2, you go, you know, 0-2 or whatever. What do you guys do to change? Do you guys just get frustrated, not play with each other and just say, whatever, we'll figure it out next week in the game? Do you go over replays? Do you try to get a coaching session? Do you play together? What do you do? So mentally, the beginning of the season, I think is the toughest for a lot of people, but we'll just see how it goes as we finally get everyone in the lobby.
About dang time.
Wait,
did they win? Did you see? Or we got to know. I mean, this is like, this is the burning question in everyone's mind.
No, they didn't. All right. Yep.
That's
no.
tough.
All right. Never mind.
That's tough.
Gonna be 3-0. It's just GG right there. Either way, like I said, finally gonna be getting to this one. Predictions are ending in 50 seconds, so y'all better get going on that one. Like I said, I've got Untouchaballs. I am all in. Hopefully not going to go 0-3 on the night. But, yeah, good luck with this one. But either way, this is going to be the last game of the night for us, ladies and gentlemen. Untouchaballs, Assisted Living, seeing which one of them will be above 50% on the season.
Yeah, I know it's early. And I know this is only their third game, but this could come down to one of the more important games of the season for both teams. One had success last night, one had failure. It's all about how you respond to adversity. And if you're assisted living, that's not a great response off start.
Dude, adversity. Yes, dude. Use that.
Yes.
Only talk about awkward there in the 50 in the corner. Rooney didn't know how to handle that one. A legendary just kind of got caught in no man's land with that bounce off the corner. And a quick goal from Untouchaballs 15 seconds in here. And like I said, I am looking at this Untouchable squad, and I think they are going to be well-rounded. I am going to call it right now and say one of the things that's going to carry Untouchaballs to victory is clean rotations, not a lot of double commits. Assisted Living, I need to see them not get awkward double commits and not have awkward slow play like you mentioned to see if they can get the pressure, because we know that they have great scoring capability, but I got to see them prove it first.
Yeah, absolutely. And there it is, just as we're saying it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Oh my God.
And that's crazy. No, Dusty, though, getting his extra touch off the backboard, and yeah, Rooney being there quick. Again, as that second man, being there so quick for the follow-up, fantastic job to respond within 20 seconds of giving up a goal.
Yeah, like I said, how do you respond to adversity? That is what it comes down to.
They used it.
Yeah. Hey, they listened to Remzik. They used that. Bro.
I do love that we have some Dominus players. I was disappointed that Scout in the Div A game was not using the Dominus, which we've seen him use in Dcrl for the last God knows how many seasons. But we got Jive using it, so I'm glad there is some Dominus representation in the lobby here. We see this ball pop into the corner here. Legendary. Decent touch. We see a 50 going out wide. Jive is going to take control. Aquamaniac going to be turning on this one. This is going to waterfall straight down. Rooney should have an easy clear and actually almost bopped into Legendary. That would have been a very interesting own goal, but they do survive.
Yeah, Rooney trying to go for a pre-jump. He loves going for those off that back wall. Just a crazy pinch. And a big 50. Dusty with a little double tap accidental. He's going to go throw the shot on. Aqua's awkward. Xander's just having fun with the post over there by himself, and Rooney's going to take it up. Can he get a touch off the ceiling? He will not. Fan does die in center field here. A good kill 50 from Dusty. He's got full boost. Gets it around one. The Jive will get it around him. Xander patiently waiting in the net. A big flick, and now Rooney is almost last back, but Dusty will be screaming in time. Rooney does get dunked, though. That's going to be out mid. Xander up early, but the shot is wide, and Dusty doesn't have to make a miracle play quite yet.
Yeah, you talk about miracle play. He was definitely just going to be boosting across the net and praying, but again, Xander got to make those touches count. Is Dusty with the ripper, but just going to be a little off target. Aquamaniac around one. Is this open for Jive? And it is. And where was the defense of Assisted Living?
Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm assuming what happened based off of where Fan was when he got full boost. I'm assuming he was really low, overcommit a little bit, and then picked up mid, but just couldn't get his momentum going in time. That is tough in a tie game like
well,
this.
You also got to say Rooney, had low boost and diving hard as third man. Can't be doing that one, especially when they're targeting counterattacks and people are getting very, very consistent in this div. As we're seeing backboard read, drop down, the double tap is there, but Xander stands tall on the goal line. Great save from Untouchaballs.
Yeah, just calm, cool, collected. He's facing a double tap heater right to the dome, and he doesn't even falter. You love to see it. Now Fan trying to get a 50 in mid. Xander is going to be first there, but he backflips, and Dusty beats out Jive. That's an awkward ball. When he pass over to Dusty on the sidewall, now they're both in the same spot. Dusty a little awkward, leaves it for Fan. Aqua going to throw that one to the opposite side. Dusty pre-jumps it, doesn't get the double touch. This is going to be a free ball for Jive in the middle. Fan needs to commit. He does, but he gets beat. Rooney awkward on low boost. Jive will take that corner from him. Xander pops it back up into the corner. Dusty just going to throw that one out, trying to recollect for his team, get some boost. A back pass to Jive will boom that ball back into the mid. Now Fan committing first, does get beat again. Rooney not there. Dusty does jump, but doesn't get a touch, but no goal will come from it.
Ooh, Legendary's awkward, and there's no chance that Xander could have expected Legendary to miss in that situation. Dusty trying to 50 his way through. Rooney getting another 50. Popping off the side while Xander trying to follow up on this one. Little bit of an awkward touch here. This one is going to go high. Dusty off the back wall. Is anyone there? That is such a good touch from Xander. My God. He's consistent.
Yeah. Very consistent. Xander, from what I've seen so far out of the play from him, very, very consistent player. But Dusty gonna need some help here on the back line. Aqua going for the big 45 flick, but doesn't quite convert. That probably would have been slotted. Jive going up, doesn't get the touch, but that ball will be wide. Dusty does get the boost steal though. Rooney comes flying in. Can he get the read? Aqua is there first, but once again on zero boost. Legendary pops it up. Dusty wasn't in the air. Well, he was in the air, but not for the right reason. And nothing will come for Assisted Living. Dusty, good composure, trying to get that 50 around. Aqua's going to pop it back. And here comes Fan trying to commit. Rooney a little awkward, but that ball will be wide, so he doesn't have to worry. Gets the touch on the wall. He's going to go for a big boom. Runs out of boost. Dusty doesn't expect it, but he does get the touch around. Assisted Living in the offensive half, but so low on boost. Fan tries to squeeze one in behind the back line, but that will not work for them. Now as Xander pass over to Aqua, that's a little awkward. Dusty pop up. Is Fan going to jump up? Rooney's already pre-jumped. What is going on? Fan almost with the double tap. Dusty comes flying in and slots it in the left side.
10 seconds left, and Dusty getting the tie-up goal here. Rooney and Legendary, I don't know what the heck was happening here, and because I don't know, Untouchaballs on defense could not figure it out either. And Assisted Living, when they needed it most, again, we talked about the clutch factor, 10 seconds left. Question is, do we see anyone get a goal before overtime?
Dusty, he wants it to happen. Xander with a big pinch. That's pretty risky. Fans up trying to keep it in there. Xander just going to let it pop down. Aqua keeps it alive. Are they going to keep it alive? No, they will let it touch. And we have overtime in game one.
Yeah, overtime in game one here. You got to say congratulations to Xander for scoring the OT goal.
Open. It's open. It's open.
No, it's not. Wasn't worried. Definitely wasn't Xander making the mistake there as soon as I called his name out. Oops. Dusty, though. Shot. Should be a free touch from Aquamanic. He actually backs off there, which is honestly smart, as he would have hit it right to the goal. Is that going to go all the way? Can Legendary get back in time? And he can. Xander in waiting, though. Jive a little bit awkward there. Trying to get a Dominus flicker for one. That might drop off the crossbar. It does drop down and not able to find it. And Aquamanic isn't either. How has this ball not found the back of the net? It's Rooney now. He's got playing boots. This is a 2v1 situation. Do we see him drop this one down? And he does. And Dusty, what a counterattack from Assisted Living.
Yeah, couldn't have drawn it up any better. Rooney with the great pass out. Even going for the air bump. Aqua is there before Dusty, but doesn't get the touch. And I just need to shout out, like, when I was talking about Rooney and Fan on that back line, trying not to be awkward, Whirl in chat describing it the best. He goes, someone go, not both. That is all Assisted Living needs on that back line. Someone just got to go early, but they can't double commit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, and this is just how it is. Whatever team, yeah, Rooney or Fan, I know whenever they're together, they always do seem to double commit. It's just in their nature when they team up. So I think that unfortunately that's just something we're gonna have to come to expect at this point. But again, Untouchaballs, in my opinion, genuinely, they had their chances. They should have closed it out in the beginning of overtime. They could not. And Assisted Living getting the first on the board here as they go up 1-0 in this series, taking game one. Which again, if we can get games, 2 through the rest of the series to be as exciting as game one, I will be a happy camper.
Yeah, I'm all in for it. Tough 50 from Legendary there in the midfield, but yeah, honestly, it was either team's game. Both to win, both to lose. Aqua starting it off in game two.
Yeah, feeling good about that one. Again, trying to get an early goal here in game 2 is so good. Just kind of like a redemption at the end of OT. You know, just shrug it off, guys. Hey, we got this. See, this is easy to score. No worries.
Yeah, no, last game was both teams' game to lose and game to win. It was so back and forth. A lot of miscommunication and a lot of awkward situations. I mean, the fact that Untouchaballs had 3 different shots go post/crossbar out at the start of overtime, and then they lose on a counterattack. I mean, sometimes that's just the way the game is.
Oh, that's a lot of demos here, and somehow the ball doesn't go in here. We're seeing Legendary with no boost. Oh, but again, the double commits from Rooney. It's not needed. And I know I'm going to say that all series, but it just seems to happen over and over.
Yeah, and that's where a key piece like Dusty does come in. He's so consistent. He's almost always there, except on that shot from Jive, making me eat my words.
Yeah, Aquamaniac, that is such a good touch to the backboard. Rooney with no boost. He just couldn't quite get there. And again, Dusty on 0 as well. Fan, the only one with any boost on the field. So Untouchaballs, again, they are coming hot and heavy with a vengeance here after losing the OT in game 1.
I give a quick shout out to Dusty and probably one of the most beautiful car designs I've seen in Dcrl. Slotted? Oh my. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's tough.
Just waiting for it. And again, Assisted Living, they had their chances. They just can't seem to finish. I do have to agree, Dusty, that car is clean. You know, Pioneer's looking pretty. And since they can't make RLCS, you know, at least someone's got to rep the decal.
What? How did that go in?
That is a good question, honestly. I don't know. Legendary around Jive, who just misses an Aqua again. I don't think he was expecting Rooney to go that quick on that one, and just honestly kind of gave it to them. Both teams just giving up very uncharacteristic goals.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he didn't see him because the ball was right in his face, but no, that is definitely not what I expected. Aqua getting caught off guard. Dusty,
there it is.
Oh, no!
Oh, Legendary. That one hurts. And that was, again, so we have now seen 2 back-to-back kickoffs that Assisted Living is doing specific kickoff plays, and that worked. Like, you have to say, in all intents and purposes, that worked. They got the kickoff goal. Legendary couldn't put it in. Rooney is able to get this one here, but I have to give him props for drawing up some kickoff plays, and then Legendary holding Jive in a Rule 1. But again, Legendary, you gotta hit the open nets. You cannot miss these golden opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, shout out, it wasn't very long, but they held the Rule 1. Someone broke Rule 1 last night. I don't remember who, but I was absolutely disgusted by it. We have honor and integrity in this community, so I'm glad to see that Rule 1s are back, and they are being held here. And I mean, that's just what we're all about.
Chance here. Legendary throwing it mid. A little awkward touch here from Jive. Rooney. And he had a touch here. Maniac's going to boom this one downfield. Dusty should be able to take control. Bounces up high. A little awkward from Legendary. Again, they're having these chances. It's not working out for them early here. Rooney going for a pinch wall. Legendary's underneath him again. Almost a double commit, but I love these backing out the last second. You see how far back Dusty is playing, expecting his teammates to go early. Jive. Middle. Xander, can he find it? And it doesn't work out again. The chances are there. They just can't capitalize on them.
Yeah, can't capitalize indeed. Xander that was such a good passing play. He was just a little bit off, and that is so tough. Now that's awkward. Dusty will go for Fan, get him out of an awkward spot. Rooney misses in the midfield, but Fan and Dusty once again go, which is good because Fan did end up missing the ball there. Dusty full boost, he get it over 1. Aqua does get the beat on him. Now Xander up, Rooney patient waiting in net. Him and Aqua having a little stare off in net there. That was a little interesting, but Rooney gets it around 1. Untouchaballs needs to get back here on defense. They'll get a pop-up, but Dusty is there to read it. That one's going off the backboard. Is the third man going to commit? Van will not commit. That is smart, waiting back, trying to keep the pressure on here. Now Aqua passes it back over into mid. Rooney throws one on, and that is so awkward. There's 2 defenders in net coming from each direction, and that's tough.
I genuinely do not know how this has gone in with Xander and Jive there. It ekes its way through the middle. And again, now Assisted Living is somehow up 3-0 in the series. And again, every single one of these goals seem to just be throw it on net and just have chaos ensue. Like, I'm not seeing clean passing plays or clean shots. It's just, it somehow is working.
Hey, Untouchaballs has had some pretty clean passing plays. They just haven't been able to do anything with them. They've been so close every time, but I mean, they dial those in. We are going to have ourselves one hell of a series.
The minute left, though. This is going to be interesting. Legendary has 0 boost. He has to back off. Who's going to be first man? Rooney all the way back here, and all of a sudden, Assisted Living is a minute away from going on match point, as this is now incredibly awkward for Legendary. Dusty, again, the awkward double commits. Rooney is last man back. Does a good job 50ing it to the corner. Can Aquamaniac capitalize on this drop down? Is anyone there? Jive? No, it's gotta hurt. He gets a dominance flick, but again, Maniac, that was a fantastic pass mid, but no one there on it. Chance here. Maniac now with a miss. Jive, they're getting desperate. The net is open though, but Maniac misses the doink. And again, Untouchaballs, they have their opportunities. They just can't seem to close it out.
And Aqua off his own back half, or off his own back wall, excuse me. Xander with the pop up. This is going to be a little awkward. Legendary will get it up as well, but Dusty is up so fast for that. He's going to get a follow up around Aqua. Xander is there with the big boom. Assisted Living does send one. Rudy needs a decent touch. He gets one, but Jive going to throw back in the corner. Dusty there to collect it a little bit. Jive doesn't get the touch. Is anyone there? No, they are not. And Assisted Living goes up 2-0 in the series.
Well, did not expect that. Although I like to see it, you know, especially in Untouchaballs. I mean, they went down, you know, 0-2. They came back with 3 unanswered goals, and Assisted Living, they just seem to work out, and Rooney getting the hat trick on that one. Dusty, I don't know what he's doing down there. The number one on the team is seems to be struggling, but I guess the Blizzard Wizard is just better in Rooney.
Hey, he got carried for that. That's not even fair.
Yeah, on God, that's interesting. Kind of a little bit of a off topic here. I'm looking at the scoreboard. I'm looking at all the words, and everything seems to be capitalized. I kind of like that. A lot better than lowercase. But, you know, that's just me.
All right, and next on segments we don't care about, Kato, what's your favorite color?
Favorite color? That's a good question. I would like to capitalize on the opportunity to talk about it, but I don't think we're gonna have time right now because we do have to get moving.
Yeah, we only have so much. We only have so much time to talk. We need to definitely capitalize on the on what we're talking about.
Exactly. But I'm looking at Untouchaballs right now, who are somehow down 2-0 in the series. And again, this is such a weird series because I genuinely feel like you could play it 2 or 3, 4 times and you would have either team could 3-0 each other. Like I still, after even Assisted Living has won 2 in a row, I do not have confidence in either team to win game 3. I do not know what to expect, but Aquamaniac is starting out strong.
Yeah, like a broken record, Untouchaballs comes in with a great opportunity off kickoff, and they do everything they need to do. They go up 1-0 early. This is what Assisted Living wants them to do. They're just falling right into their hands.
Again, I know I've said it, but it's like just the missed opportunities. We see this is going to be awkward for Dusty off the backboard. Can he get the touch? He can. Going off the corner here. Do we see potential pass mid? Maniac back to Xander. Good control for him. Can he get a flick over one? Taking his time. No one's actually challenging early. And we see a demo. This should be a wide open net. And where was anyone from Assisted Living? What, like Roll mentioned earlier, somebody has to go.
Yeah, no, and unfortunately when that happens, the back man will tend to go more than the front man. So Dusty commits, Fan misses, and Rooney's demoed in net. Just like that, the net is wide open.
Great start here from Untouchaballs. They got to get something going. Obviously, they are on match point here as Assisted Living is doing just enough to hold on here. Dusty, he has really, really impressed me just monkeying around the field. But genuinely, just the fact that Rooney has been there for the second man, like you mentioned earlier, it's almost like every single thing is designed from the first, second, and third man. They've done a good job of playing with the rolls. As that's going to go out the backward. Is anyone there? Jive with the miss. Maniac's on 0. Xander has to go early. This 50 is going to be dangerous. Do we see anything off the backboard? Just going for the shot, trying to do too much. That's where you have to pass it out the backboard and hope that your teammates there just angle's just too hard to hit.
Jive needs a good cut here. Gonna get a pinch with Dusty. Xander's there, but Rooney is as well for the block. Now Jive throwing it back off the corner here. Aqua will go. That's gonna be an awkward ball for Legendary. He gets one touch, but he has no more boost. But no one is there for Untouchaballs. But Jive somehow is the first one there. Xander up early. That one's going top left. And once again, we said it once, we'll say it a million times. Someone has to go.
Yeah, Rooney stuck in net. He had 0 boost. He did jump as soon as possible, but Dusty and Legendary combined, that entire team had a combined like 60 boosts to work with right there. So a very good job of Untouchaballs. Now up 3-0 and dominant in the first minute and a half of this game. But again, they did go up last series and lost pretty heavily. So we'll see if that happens again. As we see now 4 players missing in a row. I don't know what is happening here. This ball goes to the corner and Legendary. Boom, this one upfield. Can he get it past mid? Rooney now going to be taking over. Can he get the second touch? Does try to get it mid now. Dusty has to wait. Doesn't want to overcommit his last man back. Trying to buy time for his teammates. Good first touch, but again, now has no boost to work with. That might be open for a split second. Rooney now diving last back. And Assisted Living cannot seem to break out of their defensive half.
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, but this series so far is looking pretty close to a series we just watched, and we all know the ending result of that. So we'll see. We'll see. The only thing that Assisted Living has going for them so far in this game 3 is the K-Tool curse. So,
you know what? You're not wrong. I was gonna say I kind of hope that what you mentioned happens, because that means I might actually get a prediction right.
No, that can't happen. That's just not. That's just not something that the world allows.
Maybe the first one of the season. Dusty, though, going up high. That is a great touch from Xander. Should be able to follow up on this one, which he does. Legendary on 0. Would have loved to see Rooney take that one. We see Dusty now going early again. We're seeing a lot more boomer ball from Assisted Living. No one's really going for any slow touches or flicks, which I am seeing that Xander and Jive do, which has been working very, very well to bait out a defender, especially since we have seen Assisted Living very reluctant to send their first man. This should be open.
Yeah. This should be open. There's no boost. There's no
here.
That's jumping for joy, I guess. I mean, you're up 3-0. Might as well celebrate a little bit. But Fan getting an awkward pinch down mid. Xander caught off guard, but Jive is there. Will beat out 1. Dusty is last back for just a second, and he misses. That ball might be open. Xander's there for the angle, and an unfortunate miss from Dusty in the corner. Untouchaballs going up 4-0, making a statement out of this game 3.
Yeah, this game 3 is definitely going heavily in favor of Untouchaballs. They got a minute and 30 left to force a game 4 and then potentially force in a game 5. But again, this is what I think we were expecting out of this Untouchaballs team, just being much more aggressive. But I am looking at Assisted Living, and again, so many of these goals are preventable. So many of the problem is missed touches and double commits kind of seems to be the name of the game. But again, as ugly as Assisted Living is looking right now, they're still in the lead. After this game, if they lose, they are still on match point and will be 5 minutes away from winning. That's all they need to do.
What a pass play from Untouchaballs in the midfield. A drop down in midair. Aquamaniac just straight down. Xander 0 boost, but it doesn't matter. Just a rocket on the net. No one back. And I mean, at this point, you lose by 4, you lose by 8. Doesn't matter. You got to be aggressive a little bit.
Does not matter. You're right. Doesn't matter, but I think definitely Assisted Living, you got to get 1 for the road, right? Just to get some confidence back, and that's not how you do it, boys.
All right, we are entering Brazil territory. Does Assisted Living give them the Brazil if Untouchaballs slots another?
I don't think they give it. I think it's
I should rephrase that. Well, I should rephrase that. Does Untouchaballs give them the Brazil if they score 1 more? That's the way it should have been phrased.
I am going to guess that it stays 6-0, and there's no more goals for the rest of the game.
All right, interesting. Xander gonna take it out in the corner, beats out 1 with Dusty. Now Jav is there, but Dusty back, gets a pinch, but he does get dribbled. And now Xander popping it up. Aqua is there, that's gonna go wide in the bunk from Xander. Aquamaniac puts Untouchaballs up 7-0. Perfect chance for the Brazil, and once again, ladies and gentlemen,
shut up. Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. All right, so 37 seconds left. We will have to see if a Brazil does happen here. And Untouchaballs, yeah, they are cruising right now. And again, like I mentioned, can Assisted Living just get 1 goal to get any momentum? I know it's, how hot Brazil means, but seriously, just get 1 goal just to prove you can do it. Because right now, especially going into game 2, where it's like, hey guys, I know we're up to, blah, 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 we're fine. But the reverse sweep starts to creep in. And now the question is, can they hit 10?
I mean, the stat pad is just ridiculous coming from this game. Aqua slotting it. That is a beautiful shot placement. Rooney sitting mid-net, but just thrown behind him. Can't do anything about it. you could have given me 1,000 guesses at what was going to happen in Game 3, and an 8-0 Untouchaballs would not have been it.
Interesting. One thing I just realized is it's a, I was gonna say, it's pretty much all NDSU versus all UJ. At least according to the bracket and the graphs. If it's wrong, you know, I'll let you do. All right, looks like they want to remake it. They want to remake this lobby, so I will do that real quick. But yeah. First of all, this is kind of weirdly impressive. The fact that Untouchaballs has 8 goals and nobody broke 1,000 points. A little surprised, to be honest.
Hey, maybe they're just a communist team. Everyone got to get a little bit.
Well, the fact that oh my God, is this right? Every single goal was assisted that game. That is crazy. Every single person got at least 2 goals and every single person got at least 2 assists. That's nuts.
And to one up that, looking at it, Xander is the only one who didn't shoot 100%, and he shot 75%. They missed 1 shot as a team. I mean, you're never going to lose if you do that.
I can confirm. The only way to stop them is to never, ever let them shoot at all. Which, good luck with that one. Look, Assisted Living, after getting absolutely swamped last game, we'll see how do you respond. Again, they got another game to play with. They are on match point, and this should be an open net. Can we find the slot? And Rooney, that is such a great response. It took them all of 20 seconds to get 1 goal, which they couldn't find after all of last one, giving up 8. So now, we just skip ahead 4 minutes and 39 seconds, and Assisted Living wins. GG.
Yeah, I mean, we're entering uncharted territory here. Assisted Living scoring first. We've never seen this happen before. So I'll be curious to see how Untouchaballs, reacts to that. It's totally not like they have the entire game left, and this one might be slotted. The bouncer! Oh, it goes off the backboard. No one saves the bouncer except the crossbar. That is tough.
This one drops down. Is anyone there? Jive is there, and what a shot from Jive. But again, Assisted Living, where was the defense? It seemed like everyone was on the goal line. Oh, Rooney missed. That's what happened.
That's tough.
And then Dusty and Legendary had absolutely 0. Again, it is tough because you got to put faith in your teammate to get a 50 there. When the miss comes through, you don't have enough time to react.
Yeah, big pinch coming out. Rooney going to turn, but I think Aqua will beat him there. But Aqua misses. That one's going to waterfall, but it's not quite where they need it to waterfall at. No, fan is pushed up. We'll get a little touch back. 50 Xander. That's Fall's going to stay in the corner. Dusty's up a 0 boost. A double miss coming out. Both players playing each other, and it's just not going to work out. Now Aqua on 0 boost. What a flick over Rooney. Oh, my.
We love to see that, ladies and gentlemen. Open over 1. Rooney couldn't get back in time, and we see again Legendary and Rooney playing just a little bit too close together. Aqua with 1 flick, able to get it around both of them. Dusty not able to get back. And as you mentioned, Assisted Living had the lead for the first time in the series, and 30 seconds later, it's gone.
Hey, everybody loves a good buffer zone, but I mean, hey, they're back to what they're used to now. Down 1, that's awkward. That's going to be in. Yup. Xander will 100% capitalize that every single time.
Hey, that's a great demo from Aqua, though, to open up the space, and the fact that he shot it behind Legendary is almost impossible for Legendary to get a touch on that one. Genuinely. The perfect placement opens it up for Jai for a free shot.
Yeah, Untouchaballs playing like they really want this reverse sweep. These last 2 games have been just utter domination so far. Xander needs to get the pinch. He does. That's going to be a bouncing pinch. Rooney off the backboard, flying it up. Aqua will cut it off in mid, but Fan is first there. Jive is back to throw it in the corner. Everybody is up for Assisted Living. Their deepest man isn't even at midfield, but Untouchaballs can't get a ball over them. And Rooney with a miss off the wall. Dusty going to pop it up. Does the 3rd man commit? He does not. That's going to be a high, awkward ball. Does Xander go for the touch? Does he go for the bump? He's going for the touch, but Rooney beats him there. That's going to go back out towards mid. Now Rooney on 0 boost. We'll just throw one at the net. That's not a great touch. Fan is there. Can he get one in? He does with a great shot, but Xander with an even better save.
God, this is going to be off the corners. Then we're going to get a touch. That is such a good touch from Rooney. Legendary going for this one. Can he follow up? Trying to get this one mid, making it awkward. It does pop out. Who is first to get there? We see a double commit, though. Dusty playing super defensive. Doesn't want to give up a cheap counterattack goal, but it does drop down. Jive is there, and Rooney makes the saving touch. But again, this is just getting scary for Assisted Living. They are still down by 2. And again, leading in the league or leading the series right now. But again, if time continues like this, we will see a game 5 and another potential reverse sweep.
Yeah, Dusty awkward in the corner, 0 boost. Rooney opts in to boom that one down. The net is open, and who's going to get there first between Jive and Dusty? That's such an awkward bounce up high. Jive, such low boost. Aqua calls him off, hits it back towards mid. Now Dusty with the interesting touch over. Fan will jump. He is up early enough. Rooney on the sidewall. Not really anybody's in net. Dusty goes for an awkward save, but Fan is there to try to calm the chaos a little bit. Rooney touching back in the corner, beats out Xander. Legendary with a pop downfield. Now Jive will half flip back towards net. Xander's there. This could be awkward. Watch out for the... I was going to say watch out for the team pinch, but... not quite.
Not quite indeed, as this ball does drop mid. Rooney not able to get there in time. Legendary is going to be called into action. Again, Legendary and Rooney, they just seem to be just like COVID friends, always within 6 feet of each other. Legendary, oh, that's another double commit. Is this one going to find the back of the net? And it does. You throw enough at the wall and something is going to stick. And that was dangerous because if they did not get that goal, there's a good chance they were going to give one up.
Yeah, the double commit was not exactly what they were looking for, especially if Chris is stealing Untouchaballs' corner. But it works out in the end, so we don't have to play the what-if game. And now Assisted Living finds themselves just one back with plenty of time in this game. Will that last goal be the momentum switch that they need? Fan's going to throw one up. Is anyone there? Xander is there to get the save. Now Rooney does get demoed for his efforts, but that's going to be an even more awkward ball. Dusty comes flying in, but Jive will beat him to the ball. Legendary off the wall again. Aqua just popping it on 0 boost. Rooney tries to go for the pinch, but it's ended up going to be a kill. Now Rooney awkward sitting underneath the ball and Aqua for a second there. Xander on the back wall playing it calm. Dusty pass over to Aqua in net. Xander will beat out Fan. Rooney's last back, but he's so far up. That's a huge demo, and Jive puts it in the net. Rooney committing hard as third man gets demoed, and that's just a wide open net.
That is a ridiculous demo. Xander jumping up and sniping Rooney, and Jive getting the open net there. And again, 50 seconds left now. This is so much harder for Assisted Living as now they're down by 2. Again, Untouchaballs on the brink of going to game 5. Assisted Living, they got to get momentum going. Again, what's nice is they didn't give up 8 this time, and they did find the back of the net. But again, it's the same mistakes over and over, which keep causing just poor goals to be given up.
Yeah, Rooney with a kill, 50 by net. This is so awkward. Rooney with the pop over, but Jive has boost to get it out of there. And now no one back again for Assisted Living. Dusty finally gets back there to try to collect, doesn't get the touch. Gonna go off the wall. It's gonna go off the ceiling. It's gonna be awkward as well. Plays the double 50, only ends up 15 with Xander down there. Now Jive with the pop up. Can he beat out Legendary low? He does not. Legendary gets to the ball first. And with just 17 seconds left, Assisted Living needs a goal, and they need it now if they want a chance to win this game.
Trying to force it through. Does not look like it is going to fall here. And Untouchaballs, after, again, a very weird series, is going to find themselves in Game 5 trying to secure the reverse sweep.
Yeah, Keto, I'm going to need you to forgive me. I need water so bad. My throat is dying. I'll be right back.
You're fine. That's why I take my breaks, ladies and gentlemen, in between series. You got to get water. Yeah, talking a lot here. And I'm trying to figure out Assisted Living. What is going on here? You're getting your shots, but again, not a single save. And so much of it is the awkward double commits from just the Assisted Living team. I'm looking at some Untouchaballs squad, right? They're doing a great job of diming each other up. Maniac going for so many extra touches. And also, the demo game played such a big factor in that one. We even got people in chat counting the awkward counters of Assisted Living. And yeah, that is exactly what it is. These awkward counters. So, question is now, as we do look to go to game 5, do we see Assisted Living hold on and survive this comeback, or do we see Untouchaballs complete another reverse sweep, which will be back-to-back reverse sweeps on stream?
I don't think Stream can handle a double reverse sweep, but you know what? If that's the way it is, that is the way it is. Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. And we haven't seen a super mega quick kickoff goal yet, so this is a little bit different. The ball is just so awkward. Someone up the awkward counter again.
Ooh, Jive, that's going to be an interesting touch here as this does go mid. Dusty has to throw his body at it. He's got plenty of boost to work with here. He's just looking mid. We do hear demos galore happening as Rooney got demoed. And again, that is one of the best ways too, is always if you're rotating back, if you can find a demo on someone to like, you know, is trying to receive a pass, you can relieve so much pressure. And I will say that this Untouchable squad has done a great job of demoing off-ball players.
Yeah, they have done a great job with it. Their demos are exactly when they need them to be and on who they need them to be. It's honestly quite a beautiful scene, or beautiful thing to watch, excuse me. Drive throwing it down to Dusty. That one's going to go back out into the corner. Xander doesn't get the touch. Fane doesn't get the touch. He's hunting for a demo, but doesn't get one. Everyone is committed for assisted living. Fane wants to turn so bad. You saw the double take, but he has no boost, and he couldn't. Dusty throwing it back into the corner. Aqua just keeping this Untouchaballs team calm, cool, and collected here.
This first goal is going to be so massive for momentum as we see Jive beating out one. Dusty has no boost to work with here. We see double commits again. Legendary now awkward in net. Can he get there in time? He does. But the second shot follow up and Dusty's there. Can Rooney get there in time now? It's just shot after shot and no one can seem to find any boost. Is that ball going to trickle in? And it does again. Xander going for bumps and overall pressure finds the back of the net for Untouchaballs.
Yeah, zero boost between everybody on assisted living. Xander with a beautiful bump in net on Dusty. And this is the latest we've seen a first goal come in, but this is definitely the biggest first goal we've had the whole series. Now, Fan trying to get back the goal early here, but not quite the touch he was looking for. Jive off the back wall, gonna meet Dusty. Dusty opts to go for the fake challenge. I love to see it, but no one there for assisted living. Now Dusty's getting bumped. That ball's gonna go towards net, but be high. But Xander from the top rope, watch out.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a masterclass of bumping. Jive absolutely dismantling the defense, and then we see Aqua diming it up for his teammate Xander, slamming the door on assisted living. And again, 2 minutes in, assisted living find themselves down by 2. Untouchaballs again trying to secure this reverse sweep, and they are very much on their way to do so.
Xander doesn't have a lot of boost. Does have a great flick though in mid. Dusty's gonna get the touch, but that is not the touch he wanted. And just like that, Untouchaballs goes up 3.
The light is starting to leave the eyes of assisted living. And I don't know how much more assistance we can give them, folks. This is going to get interesting here. Again, they just can't seem to find the pressure. Untouchaballs has stepped up their gameplay and their pace so much. They do seem genuinely to just be playing better as a team, to not getting the overcommits, to not going for these crazy plays. It's just simple Rocket League, and they're also playing for each other.
Yeah, 100%. You see another full commit from unassisted living. Dusty has to throw it into the back corner even though no one's there. He will get a touch on 0. Aqua going for a double, won't find the second. Xander is there. That one floats in as well. And Untouchaballs just saving all their goals from the start of the game to the middle of the game. Another one falls.
This, yeah, you can start to see it on a player's face of assisted living. This is where it starts to be a struggle. And if you're Untouchaballs, you just calm, cool, collected. Don't need to do anything stupid. You got a 4-goal lead. Don't need to make any crazy counterattacks. But you know what? We saw them put away 8 in game 3. We'll see. Maybe they can put in any more. Which at this pace, they're looking to get more than 8.
Yeah, and once again, unassisted living just so awkward on the back line. Dusty pinches it down. Chris doesn't expect it. He goes high. Dusty makes a desperation touch into his own net. And the close game that we had is now just turning into a blowout so quickly. I mean, I don't know how early is too early to call it, but all right, I'll shut up.
That goal scored, and not a smirk or a word was said from assisted living, which I think is warranted at this point, right? So if you're Untouchaballs, you're sitting pretty right now. I'm just hoping this score stands so I can finally get one prediction right on the season. I know we were both hoping for 5, and we did in fact get our game 5, but again, not in the fashion that I was expecting with the amount of goals Untouchaballs has put up between games 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean, you don't see a reverse sweep as dominant as this one too often. I mean, usually like that first game just to grind them out, and then you kind of start to get the gears turning, but it's like Untouchaballs just flipped a switch all of a sudden. This is just utter dominance these last 3 games.
Yeah, we saw Backboard Bros do it last week with a ridiculous dominating reverse sweep. We're seeing it again here. We saw it again last game with the reverse sweep. I do not understand how easy it seems to be for these players to just have these reverse sweeps. But you talk about the mental of these teams down 2-0. They just say, doesn't matter, we go again.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a sight and a feeling that Untouchaballs is going to want to hold on to for the rest of the season. I mean, they're setting themselves with a beautiful Brazil opportunity, but I mean, Assisted Living just looked so promising at the start of the game, and just as Untouchaballs flips the switch up, Assisted Living switches theirs down. I mean, this is not what I expected at all. I'm honestly kind of speechless.
Yeah, and it's definitely hard. I mean, even for the players' end, for our end, the game's over. You just gotta, waste these last minutes, and it's so annoying from a player standpoint, as that's gonna find its way in. And Legendary's getting another goal, I guess. Trying to pad his stats here with a crazy full field just dunk in that situation here, but yeah, like I said, obviously with this game being over, you have to give massive credit to Untouchaballs. And again, I can't wait to talk to these players just to see, what do they do differently. And again, we just talked about it last series where they just said, hey, we should try. It's not that we were getting beat, it's that they were beating themselves. And I'm very curious if Untouchaballs is kind of thinking the same thing. And especially in a series that you do win, you think, the first couple of games, like, oh, this is free, we should be winning. And then you do win, you're like, oh yeah, we just tried. It's like, well, there's a little more than that, but I'm still looking at this Assisted Living squad, just saying, like, there's so much potential, but not being able to close this one out is gonna hurt.
Yeah, especially coming, I mean, it's already tough with emotions and momentum and all of that, depending on how it goes out, like playing games on back-to-back days, but to get clean swept last night and then get reverse swept tonight, that is just brutal for them. And mental is a big thing in Rocket League, and I know this week and last week are going to stick with them for the rest of the season.
Well, hopefully they'll get rid of that memory quick, because again, they still have so much season to go. They can definitely turn it around, but again, this one's gonna hurt. So, ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back reverse sweeps with Untouchaballs, and you just gotta say GG's.
Yep, sometimes Rocket League gods just don't want you to win, and they rip your heart out, and that is exactly what we saw here. If you're an Assisted Living fan, I mean, what a game from Untouchaballs! Oh my.
Let us get these boys in here and talk to them.
Did it.
Like, you guys are way ahead of me. And boys, congratulations on a reverse sweep. Back-to-back reverse sweeps on stream. So I appreciate the content, boys. I am curious, I don't have to give away all the secrets, but what is the mental? Can you walk me through what the heck happened in a couple games, and how do you guys have such a dominating performance? Putting up, like 20 goals in the last 3 games combined?
I can say, I think the first 2 games, not that they were flukes by us or anything, like the other teams thought played us, that's why we lost, but like we definitely knew we had more in the tank, and so that's kind of the mentality we took into game 3, 4, and 5, and like we knew we could play better. We just had a couple of bad games, and so once we started rolling that game 3, I mean, we were hyped in the comms, and everything.
8 goals does that
effect. Typically.
Yeah. But no, I genuinely can't wait to, again, look at the stats and just see the switch flip, right? I am kind of curious, and I said this many a times, but with obviously there being, so many UJ boys, how nice is it to sit next to and play with your teammate?
Awesome. We were here for Baba's reverse sweep, so
I saw that.
You left it here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Baba to come on the cam and give you guys kisses, but I guess he left.
He left.
He's gone. He said that. I feel that. Skull, what do you got for these boys?
I mean, first off, congratulations. Reverse sweeps aren't easy, but you guys definitely made that one look easy. If you guys were talking in between games, especially after going down 0-2, how important is it to know that in those first 2 games they were kind of your games to lose? I mean, you went up early, and then Assisted Living just slowly came back. Like, how important is that to that, like, hey, those games were ours, we just couldn't hold on?
I think our mindset during those first 2 games were still pretty solid. I mean, there was a couple shots where I thought they were a bit questionable, but I let them go, and then we just kept going and kept rolling through because we knew we could definitely do some damage, and we did. I mean, we brought it back, so I mean, even though we're losing by however many, we were one game away from losing, and yet we were like, no, pull it together, and we just clutched up. So
I respect it. It is a lot easier said than done, boys. So now you guys are sitting 2-1, obviously in the season. So still a long time to go. But like you guys said, reverse sweeps aren't easy. I think you guys just need to figure out how to play games 3, 4, and 5, scoring 20 goals. I mean, literally, you guys are sitting at like 6 to 7 goals a game. I cannot wait to see how skewed your stats are going to be looking at it next week here. But no, seriously, boys, huge congratulations on another reverse sweep. I'm really excited to see how far you guys can go. The cat cam is always appreciated. I will say. But yeah, no, huge congratulations, boys. And we'll see you guys hopefully with some more winners interviews later in the season.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
for casting.
Thanks for casting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have now gone 3 games back to back to back. 2 of them being reverse sweeps. We were 1 single game away in our first series of going game 5 for every single one. And I'm just happy I finally got 1 single prediction right? I'm 1 for 6 or 1 for 7 or whatever it is now. It ain't pretty at this point, right?
It's a sad day when K2 wins.
Oh yeah, you got to give me
gotta
something though at one point. But no, this has been a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting, like you mentioned, for this assisted living team that had such a hot start to get swept last night, to get reverse swept this night. Again, kind of going back to what I mentioned earlier, when you do lose, if you go down bad, kind of how they are, how do you respond? Do you wait until next week and then play together? Do you guys do replay reviews, play together, coaching, blah blah blah, whatever it is? How does each team take the mental aspect and try to plan for next week? Because I know for a fact that some teams in the past, they go down, 0-2, 0-3 in the season, and they're just done, checked out, mentally gone.
Yeah, no, I mean it's tough, but it is a long season, and if things are really going bad and you got to resort to it, you just got to remember everybody makes the playoffs, so it's fine.
True. Yeah, that'd be. God, could you imagine how bad that would be if, like, actually, yeah, we only take top 4 teams, instantly go to land, we'll just skip playoffs, and bottom the rest of the teams, I guess. So. Either way, Skull, you got anything else you can tell the world before we call it a night?
I got nothing else. Just, hey, I just want a message to all bettors out there. Just because K-Tool hit once doesn't mean he's back, okay? You keep betting against K-Tool. It's the good money play.
Hey, last season, dude, I started out like 15-4, and then it went all downhill. But it is what it is. But I also have to cast to make my predictions. But either way, no, I really appreciate you guys tuning in, everything, all the subs, all the follows we've gotten. It does mean a lot, as obviously we got a long time for land, which again, it's going to be at UND. So we get to go up to Grand Force, which would be a fun little adventure up there. Haven't been up there in a hot minute, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are following the socials, yada yada yada, all the end of the stream stuff. We've done this before, but we're most likely gonna be live again tomorrow with more games. I know we had like 8 games on the schedule for tonight. Obviously, we can only stream 3 of them, but Skull, appreciate you casting with me, my good sir. Appreciate everyone putting the content. A lot of game 5s, a lot of reverse sweeps. We are doing a lot more too with socials in terms of getting our Twitter out, getting our shorts out and stuff. So make sure you guys are following those. And also we've got some fun. I can't give spoilers in this one, but we got some fun little short videos coming out too. So, but I appreciate everyone who's tuned in, and we'll see you guys later. Adios.